To our top story this hour then, and US President Joe Biden is in Northern Ireland. He's on a 4-day visit to mark the 25 years of the Good Friday Agreement, which ended 30 years of bloodshed. Well, later today, Biden will address students at the Ulster University campus in Belfast. He is expected to emphasise US willingness to preserve the Good Friday Agreement itself and how the US administration can support Northern Ireland's economy. Well, later, Biden and Sunak will meet. Biden is also to engage with each other on the leaders of Northern Ireland's 5 main political parties. According to police officials, around 300 officers from across the UK would be in Northern Ireland over a 2-week period to provide specialist support. Well, this includes specialist escort officers, firearms specialists and search specialists as well. Recently, the UK spy agency MI5 raised Northern Ireland's terrorism threat level to severe. Well, the major issue for UK authorities remains the security situation in the region, as the police events are expected to cost around £7 million. Well, this comes after police warned of a potential public disorder, which are linked to the disapproval of the deal by Republicans. Earlier, a group of masked protesters attacked a police vehicle with petrol bombs as they oppose the Good Friday Peace Accord. After a half-day visit in Northern Ireland, Biden, who is fiercely proud of his Irish heritage, will then travel to the Republic of Ireland for almost 3 days of meetings with officials and distant relatives as well. However, Biden will not visit the Northern Ireland Assembly instalment. The Assembly, which was established as a result of the Good Friday Agreement, is not functioning currently, as Democratic Unionist Party is boycotting the power-sharing rule. Well, the DUP is opposing the post-Brexit rules, and that's exactly what we will be talking about just now with our guest, Klinsman Marathi, international affairs expert and founder and CEO of the London-based World Affairs research consultancy, Pareto Economics, joins us now from London. Okay, I believe we've got technical issues with our guests. We'll get back to that one shortly. But in the meantime, let's join our correspondent, Alice Isaac, who's joining us live from the British capital today. So a huge 3 days in store for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Rishi Sunak has been there since the beginning, since Biden's plane landed. He really wants to show that he is a powerhouse here as well, alongside Joe Biden, the US president. They're going to meet later and have talks. Of course, Rishi Sunak has his own agenda, wanting to push forward the Windsor framework when it comes to the Northern Ireland Protocol going forward. Now, what should be very interesting is what Biden was really coming over to do, because of course he believes that he was part of that Good Friday Agreement 25 years ago and feels that he should be over there today and this weekend to talk about all of the things that have changed since then, and he really wants to put himself forward. And of course then he is going over to Ireland, the Republic of Ireland itself, to go and see his ancestors as well. So for him it's a bit of a journey to look over the politics but also get his own roots. What would have been a great, of course, if Stormont was sitting at the moment, but they don't look like they will be coming back. And even though a lot of those within Ireland and Northern Ireland want meant to look going forwards to bringing that back together, and was hoping that Biden's visit will at least bring the five parties closer. It doesn't look like that is going to be happening. And of course, there are many who still want the reunification of Ireland completely. And Biden has made some kind of statements across his own campaign about thinking that that is the right way forward. But the DUP has said that they don't really believe that Biden does mean that, and he is quite adamant that Brexit was the right thing to do. So, of course, Sinn Féin has said this morning, as some of their leaders have said, that this would be great if he could try and push things forward. DUP have said it's not likely to happen. So at the moment, all we're seeing is this nice shaking hands throughout Ireland, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland as well. And Rishi Sunak will be there. So pushing forward potentially the Windsor Framework and hoping to stand firm on all of that Good Friday Agreement, despite some of those scenes that we've seen, the petrol bombs, also the pipe bombs that were found in a cemetery. Those are still small events compared to what has been previous to this signing of this Good Friday in 1998.
Okay, Alex Isaac, thank you so much indeed from London for us. And I believe we're going to go to our guest now. Also joining us from the British capital today is Klinsmann Marathi, international affairs expert and founder and CEO of the London-based world affairs research consultancy, Pareto Economics. A very good day to you. I hope you hear me now. So how significant is Biden in Northern Ireland then?
I think, to be honest, this is more of a symbolic significance because the US can really do very little in order to broker some sort of agreement post-Brexit between the Republic, Northern Ireland, and the capital here in London, because they simply don't have the leverage to do anything about it. Biden has mentioned before that Brexit was a good idea. I don't think those semantics play very well to what he's trying to do now as sort of a broker of sorts in Northern Ireland, despite his sort of ancestry. I don't think that's going to be enough to have the US be a major player in this agreement, because this is simply, I think, irresponsible politics from the Brexiteers without considering what the ramifications Brexit would have had in the peace, stability in Northern Ireland. So I think this is great for photo opportunities, but apart from that, I don't think he'll get much done.
Okay, tell us more about those ramifications that you just mentioned there.
Well, you have to understand that the 1998 Good Friday Agreement was almost a model for how to do peace talks across the world, and it was a very successful one at that. And post-Brexit, we see a lot of things happening, especially when it comes time to a frictionless border being disrupted, so trade relations being disrupted, and also given the fact that London is playing a big role in the sort of in the trade relations in Northern Ireland, something which both Sinn Féin and the DUP have issues with in their own particular ways, which is why the DUP now is boycotting Stormont from engaging in politics in Northern Ireland. And naturally, that's the political figurehead. And below them, in terms of civil society, there's a lot of discontent amongst the moves that London is doing within Northern Ireland. And this is like a powder keg about to explode type of thing, because historically we know how sensitive politics has been in Northern Ireland. And the culmination of 25 years of peace agreements to now looks like it can be unraveled with this irresponsible politics that we're seeing there as well.
Okay, Klinsmann, we really appreciate your expertise. Thank you so much indeed. International affairs expert and founder and CEO of the London-based world affairs research consultancy, Pareto Economics. Thank you.
Thank you.